like a flat top stove. So
Hmm.
butter doesn't really translate well on a flat top stove because it's too
We
high
know,
a
yeah,
heat.
yeah, yeah. I'm talking about more like personal at your house. Like if you were cooking a steak right now, what would you use?
Oh, I'd use butter because I'd be putting it in a frying pan and doing it, and then
Gotcha.
constantly
Okay.
basting it with the butter.
Okay. Yep. Me and you would be best friends. That's exactly how I do mine. Everybody else around here, like, it's like they use the weirdest stuff to do their steaks, and it's like all you literally need is butter. Heck,
Oh yeah,
even at the worst fake, you can use fake butter. You know, that cooker crock or whatever it's called. That'll still
oh yeah.
work. At least do butter. I don't care if it's margarine, whatever. So I will say the one good thing about living in the South, and it's the first time I ever seen it was about a half a year ago now, I'd imagine, was a deep fried steak. And I am talking like an actual piece of cut steak, deep fried.
Yep.
That is like that has to stay away from me because back when I was young, if that was basically KFC, I would work there. I would own a stock of majority share in that company, so I could just go in the kitchen and always take whatever I want.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna jump off here, man. I'm gonna go get me something to eat. I am hungry. I am thirsty, and I am awake. I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably after I eat, I will probably fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna grab another coffee and get ready for go pick up the wife in a couple hours time.
Does she uh does she do a completely different job or you, or does she work in the kind of the same line?
She's a nurse.
Ah,
Oh no,
so traveling don't.
she can't even like cook water.
You know what? Never mind. I was gonna say that's sad, but now that I think about it, never mind. I actually know a girl that burnt water. Quite sad.
Yeah. Well, my wife's so bad cooking. There was one time I was coming home from work and we got one of those there George Foreman grills, and it's one of those double-sided plates where you got the heat on both top and bottom of that. And she's
Hmm.
like, "Okay, well I'm gonna do the burgers now." And I'm like, "Okay." I said, "When you go to put the cheese on it," I said, "don't close the thing over." Okay. I was like 2 minutes away. I come in and she looked at me and she goes, "I screwed it up." And I said, "Oh." And I looked and she had the grill top down. She goes, "I thought I'd melt the cheese a lot faster if I did that." And I was like, "I don't even want to take a look inside." And it was just caramelized cheese everywhere.
Though that could be a good or bad thing, actually. Was it
That
burnt
was a very
caramelized cheese?
yeah. It was hell to clean.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Never mind. If it was actually runny, then yeah, I mean it's a mess. But hey, that don't sound too bad.
Oh yeah, well she's already blowing up like 4 microwaves in 1 year. Well, no, she didn't
Huh.
blow all of them up. She set one on fire because she was thawing out bread in it, and she put it on high for 2 minutes.
I went up.
So then I
Huh.
went out and I was thinking, and I got a hold of the supply company that we deal with for equipment and that. I was like, "You guys got like one of those industrial microwaves that you can put metal in?" They're like, "Yeah." I said, "How much is it?" And they were like, 300. I'm like, "Good enough for me. Send me one." Yeah, because the first
So
one that she blew,
basically, you got a drill that there ain't no way it can be torn up except it's thrown out and shot and everything else.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and it was like the microwave itself. It was like the first time she called me up, she goes, "Microwave stopped working." I'm like, "All right, why?" I don't know. All I was doing was trying to like microwave a potato, and we have gold tinfoil up here on the potatoes, and I was like, wasn't the one with the gold tinfoil, wasn't it? She goes, yeah. I said, you realize that's tinfoil, right? No, tinfoil's silver. I'm like, no, 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 you can get tinfoil in any color you want. She goes, well, no one told me this. And I'm just like, all right. So I got home and I was like, do you remember when we were in the States? I said, at the steakhouse we used to have a red, white, and blue tinfoil? And she's like, yeah. I was like, do you think maybe it comes in gold? Well, now I do.
I gotta ask you one question. I always ask anybody that either lives in Canada or is in Canada or been to Canada. No, vacationed in Canada. Let me rephrase that last one. Do you buy carton milk or do you buy it in the bag?
They actually have carton milk, and they also have like these plastic tubs that you can get it in. But they have the bag milk as well.
That just like blows my mind. Like I thought, one of my buddies told me that I was like, "Oh, you're just pulling me," because at this time I was a lot younger, and I was like, "Ah, you guys ain't don't have milk in the bags." And this was prior for me knowing ever to what a smartphone was, so he couldn't send me a picture. Well, many, many years later, I was watching something on YouTube, and it was like 5 strange facts about Canada, and this dude showed a bag of milk. I was like,
Yep.
huh.
Yep, that's a big thing up here because you can't get like a single bag, but you can get 3 bags in a bag.
3 bags in a bag. Do they have like down here? They have like the gallon milks. Do they have them up there?
Yep.
They do. Okay.
Because basically a gallon of milk is 4 liters up here, and you can get like the big 4 liter jugs.
I tell you, the hardest thing for about me, yeah, I mean, food stuff and all that, and prices on stuff that's way cheaper down here would throw me off. But the worst thing that would throw me off in Canada, I could never figure out what the temperature was. I always have Celsius. I'm either 7 low or I'm 7 high.
Yep. Yeah. See, if I want to, like, I actually still go by Fahrenheit. If somebody says, oh well, it's supposed to be like 32 today, I'm like going, is that Fahrenheit or no Celsius? And I'm like trying to calculate, and I was like, the hell with it, and go pull out the phone and go, all right, that's what it is.
Yeah, ain't 30. Wait, let me see if I can remember this. 32 Fahrenheit from Celsius is like 80s.
Yeah, it's like between 80 and 83, I think it is.
Yeah. 32 is like my almost one I kind of almost remember, just because I know it's freezing here, and then like in school they made a 32 up there is like a normal day here or something. That's the one thing I don't remember exactly what it is, but I know it's like 80 something.
Yeah, I actually get a kick out of like some of the southern tourists that come up here during the wintertime, because they hear it's like minus 18, and they're like thinking, okay, well, let's see, it's minus 18. That's not cold at all. That's pretty damn cold.
Yeah. Minus 18 means you keep adding up them numbers, it's still going to be in the, if it ain't single digit, it's going to be double digit for sure.
Yeah,
Well, small
pretty
double
much.
digit teen.
Yeah, I think like minus 18 is like 2 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it ain't warm.
Yeah, but see, they don't see that. They just try to do the conversion themselves, because there's every year there's one couple that always comes up here from Louisiana, and the poor guy last year, he come up and he's like, I don't know why the hell we keep coming up here. He said, especially during this time. And I'm like, hey, he said, You guys are the ones that come up here. I was like, he's like, yeah, we just got to put up with it. I was like, look, I said I'm from Nevada. I said, can you picture what I'm feeling?
See, that's the one thing I think I would like. That's the reason I've always either wanted to live in Canada or Alaska. It's always cool weather. It's either it's cool or it's freezing. One of the two. Me, I love cool, and I'm not against freezing. I just don't like driving in the snow. That's mainly because I live in the South, and where in particularly I live, it barely ever snows enough to where it's bad. Now, I mean, I could say that now, and this winter it's gonna be like the worst storm since I was in diapers. But
Yeah,
for the
it's
main part, it's not very bad usually.
yeah. See, it's not that bad up here, but usually February is the worst because that's when you get like all the Arctic air,
Hmm.
and then like this past year, February, we had I think it was like close to minus 40 Celsius with the wind chill. So it'd be like minus 10 Fahrenheit.
That's that's surfing weather. Hmm.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe everyone walking around with like double and triple jackets on and all that.
I don't know. I probably could actually. I could see that. I've seen a few movies.
Yeah, yeah. It, like when it gets cold and like where I'm living, we're surrounded by water. So no matter which way the wind blows, you're going to get a really cold air.
I ain't gonna lie though, that it would be nice to never have a need for an air conditioner. I mean, I know it gets hot up there, but it's so few and far between when it's like for the first time I think in like 4 months it's actually not been 90 here where I'm at, and it's like thank you. Like last night it got into the 60s for the first time in almost basically since December. Like I don't know. I've always liked cold weather. I can't stand it being hot. I hate living in the South. It's stuff like it's the worst, and the deeper you go, the worse it gets.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember was it going down to Louisiana for Mardi Gras, and I was dying because it was like the middle of February and it was like 36 degrees.
Yep. It's like yeah, that's all I can say. And I mean, then you get down there in swamp heat, and oh, that is the worst. It's gloomy. It's big. It's oh. I know why alligators live down there. You can't tell me it's just because of swamp water. It's because they like making sure everything that they eat's miserable so it digests better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy. The high was 87 today. The low is like in the 70s right now, and the highs tomorrow is supposed to be like 86. So it just keep going down. Let me get my October weather. I think the last day of summer is like September the 6th. So hopefully that's accurate and it starts cooling down.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm noticing like a change in the weather here too. It's starting to get a little bit. It's in its comfortable range right now. Like it'd be probably in the 40s or 50s right now.
40, 50. Are we talking Fahrenheit just to make sure?
Fahrenheit, yeah.
Oh, that don't sound bad. That's like have a window cracked and a fan running, like in a
Yeah,
bedroom somewhere.
yeah, pretty much. Because it's actually like the kitchen is bearable now.